Happy Friday, everybody, and happy Halloween. Nina here with your spectacular news round with all of this. We find out where Halloween pumpkins and trick-or-treating actually came from, and visit some super scary haunted houses. First up today, the pumpkins are out, the costumes are ready, and we're all looking forward to the treats. Yes, it's Halloween, but where does it actually come from and why do we celebrate it? We'll take a look. So it's the time of year where things start getting a little spooky and some terrifying traditions begin. Trick-or-treating, dressing up, pumpkin carving and telling scary stories, to name a few. But have you ever wondered why? Well, let me tell you more. We all know what Halloween is, but have you heard of Samhain? Well, this is sort of where Halloween came from. It's an old Celtic tradition that is still celebrated around the world today. The Celts believed Samhain was the day in the year where the gap between our world and the world of the spirits was very thin, so spirits could easily get through. This eventually joined up with the Christian festival of All Saints' Day to create All Hallows' Eve. Yes, you've got it, Halloween. Who is making that noise? Well, what about the traditions? Well, trick-or-treating had its beginnings in medieval England. Yep, it began hundreds of years ago when people used to go from door to door offering to pray or sing a song for people's families in exchange for food. But it wasn't called trick-or-treating back in the day, it was called souling. It happened around All Souls' Day, a special time where Christians prayed for their loved ones. It carried on through the Victorian era, and people think this is how trick-or-treating became a British tradition. So what about creepy costumes? Well, that's another tradition that comes from the Celts. They used to wear spooky outfits to try and scare away any spirits that might be hanging around. Can you pack that in? I'm trying to record a video here. Right, let's crack on. So that's costumes sorted, but what about pumpkins? For this, we're going to have to travel to Ireland. There, people didn't start with pumpkins, they actually started with turnips. Spooky faces would be carved up on the turnips to scare away a mythical spirit called Jack that people believed walked around at this time of year. Then in the 19th century, many Irish people moved to America where they found pumpkins easier to grow, and that's how we got these. I think I did an alright job, didn't I? What do you reckon? So there you have it, a brief history of Halloween. Now, if you head over to the Newsround website, you can find out loads more Halloween-flavoured news, and you can also let us know what your costumes are going to be later on, and loads of you already have. Animal carer is dressing up as T-Rex with blood on their teeth. Yikes! Harry Potter lover is going as a witch mixed with a witch doctor, and Rumi says, I'm going to be a Grim Reaper and my brother will be a skeleton. I love them. I'm being read from Descendants, says Miraculous, and they even get to wear their costumes to school. Very lucky. Last up is Liverpool fan who's got an inflatable alien costume, and they also say, my sister is being Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for all your comments, guys, and send in your costume pictures. We'd love to see them. Now, we've got a very special Halloween strange news coming up. But first, to a 13-year-old with a big dream, taking the stage to perform in an opera. Well, Leo's dream is coming true. Let's meet him.
The Royal Opera House in London is home to some of the world's best opera and ballet performances. And today is the home to 13-year-old Leo. He's one of this year's winners of BBC Young Chorister of the Year, and today he's gearing up for a massive performance. I caught up with Leo to find out how he got into the world of opera.
That's a bird. Leo, you are performing in an opera called The Magic Flute. What's it all about?
So The Magic Flute is about a prince called Tamino who is set by the Queen of the Night to rescue her daughter who has been kidnapped.
How did you get into opera music?
Well, I started singing lessons when I was 7 at school with my singing teacher, and I auditioned once And yeah, I just kept on practicing and auditioning after that.
And at which point did you realise, actually, I think I've got a bit of a talent here?
My singing teacher really helped me realise that I was quite good at singing, and she helped like organise the auditions and helped me get into all that stuff.
And I do have to ask, because you are only 13, when you are older, what would you like to do? Would you like to continue this or maybe try something else?
I think I'll see when my voice breaks and things, if I want to keep going, or yeah, just do something else.
Beautiful voice. Thanks, Leo. OK, in football news, it's bad news for England striker Michelle Adjumang. She will miss the rest of the season because of an injury. It happened when she came off the bench in the Lionesses' win over Australia on Tuesday. Adjumang is 19 years old and was the youngest player in England's Euro 2025 winning squad. Next, did you know there's a World Cup in litter picking? Well, the Trash Picking Sports World Cup took place in Japan this week. Teams from 33 nations took part, including the UK. Teams had to run around the city getting points for collecting different types of rubbish. This year's champions were Team Japan. Now, Halloween is the creepiest time of the year and you see some pretty unusual things. So how about that spooky, strange news mashup we've all been waiting for?
First up on this spooky, strange special. Check out this house in Wallasey in the Wirral. It's well known for being one of the scariest around. 22-year-old Jamal has added some authentic touches like this giant skeleton and this enormous spider. Best for me though is this skeleton sitting in a car outside. Very creepy. Over in New York in the US, they're really going with the Halloween spirit, with many people decorating their front steps and railings, and there are loads of ghosts and skeletons hanging from windows. Love this skeleton archway. And this two-legged, two-headed beast. But a house owner in Manhattan has taken weird to a whole new level with this decoration. It's a giant pigeon which looks like it crash landed into 3 windows, and it's brought its little creepy birdie friends. Okay then. And of course, Halloween would not be complete without some pumpkin carving. These ones in an amusement park in Denmark are so enormous they had to use a chainsaw to get them done. And the end result? Pretty scary. Even if it does look like someone dropped it on the floor.
That's all we've got time for today. Have a frightfully fantastic Halloween. I'm off to go and sort out my costume. You've given me loads of ideas. Have a super day. I'll see you very soon. Bye.